So in this word problem, so this is for notes 1.4 and this is example 7. So for this word problem, it says a monthly teen magazine has 28,000 subscribers when it charges $10 per annual subscription. For each $1 increase in price, the magazine loses about 2,000 subscribers. Now we have to figure out how much should the magazine charge to maximize annual revenue and what is the maximum annual revenue. So we've done these problems before when we had to graph quadratic functions, so that's sections 1.1 and 1.2. So we're basically going to do similar what we did before. So in this case, when we write our function, let's think about revenue. Now remember, revenue is how much money you're going to earn. So we're going to figure out how much this magazine is going to earn, so revenue. Now we know in order to get revenue, let's say we had originally 28 subscribers and they were charged $10 per subscription. So basically what you're doing is you're taking the cost of that magazine or the subscription and you're multiplying it by the number of subscribers. Okay, remember we kind of did this with like race cars and all that stuff. Yeah. Okay. So we have revenue equals cost times subscribers. Now let's label our variables. So in this case, X, remember it's going to be the number, now in this case, number price increase. Because in the sentence it says for each dollar increase in price. So this is going to be our increase. While R of X, it's just going to be our revenue. Okay, so that says revenue. So now what we got to do is we have to write our R of X and then set it equal to our cost. So we're going to have one set of parentheses to indicate cost and then another set of parentheses to indicate subscribers. Now, originally they cost $10 for the subscription and we started off with 28,000 subscribers. So we go 1, 2, and 3. Now in this case, right, it says for each dollar increase. So increase, we definitely know we're going to do plus, and we're just increasing by $1. So if you increase it once, there's an increase of $1. Increase it twice, that means increase of $2. And then it says here that the magazine is actually going to lose about 2,000 subscribers if they continue to increase. So I'm going to give myself some more room to write this. So that means since it's decreasing or they're losing subscribers, we're going to subtract from the 2,000 they do and then multiply by X. Now here what we need to do is we need to FOIL like we've done before. So you do 10 times 28,000, then you do 10 times the 2,000x, 1x times 28,000, and then 1x times negative 2,000x. So that means our R of X is going to be, okay, we have, let's do 1x times negative 2,000x. We get negative 2,000x squared. So make sure that is a negative. And then we have basically plus 28,000x. There we go. And then we have minus 20,000x. And then lastly, we'll have plus 280,000. So now what we want to do is combine like terms. That is a 0 right there. So we combine like terms, which in this case is the 28 and the 2,000. So we now have R of X equals negative 2,000x squared plus 8,000x. And then lastly, we'll have plus 2,800. Now you have two ways in order to solve. One way is what we've been doing for these notes, the 1.4, factoring, and then set our equation equal to 0. or what you've done before in section 1.1. And that would be to find, in this case, your x and y values, because your x is going to tell you how much they should charge. Your y is going to tell you the maximum revenue. So remember, to find x, and this is your vertex you're finding. Okay, to find x, we do negative b over 2a. So we plug in negative b, so in this case 8,000 is our b value, and our a is negative 2,000, so we have negative 8,000 all over 2 times negative 2,000. And then we should get basically negative 8,000 over negative 4,000, which should give us a nice 2. Now what we need to do is, in order to find our maximum, we have to plug this 2 back into our function. So that means we are going to do equals negative 2,000 times 2 squared plus 8,000 times 2, and then plus 280,000. Okay, so in this case, you can use your calculator to calculate this. Remember, just make sure if you are using a calculator, you use PEMDAS. So that means you do what's in parentheses first and then multiply it. So we should get a maximum of $288,000. Now in this case, it asks us to find 2 things. First was, how much should the magazine charge to maximize our annual revenue? And then what is that maximum annual revenue? So in this case, 2, what you have to figure out is how much to charge is we need to plug the 2 back into our cost expression right here. So we know cost is our original $10 plus every single time they increase it. So we have 1 times 2. So when we do this, we actually get 12. So they should charge $12 for the subscription. And then our max revenue is going to be $288,000. So if you had to write this in a statement, you could say, well, the magazine needs to charge each subscriber $12 in order to get a max revenue of $288,000. And then here would be your answer. Okay. So remember, when you're doing this, you do have 2 ways you can do it. You get it done what we did before when graphing functions, so 1.1, find the vertex, your x and y, or you can factor to figure out your x value, re-plug it into your equation to get your y value. Now, if you have any other questions on this problem, make sure you email me, or you can come in and ask questions.